Hi everyone, this is Nora. I am going to start the video with a continuation to the stickers that I did not have on hand when I last filmed my sticker video collection. So mentioned that they were from Infinite Lotus, and this is what they look like. I showed one of them, which was like a sampler, but these are the other ones that I have purchased from Infinite Lotus. These are the heart icons, and these are appointment icons. And I love these. These are really nice and minimal, as well as these other ones. These are different labels. There's a selection for you. There's a drop-down menu for you to pick which ones you want. However, be careful because sometimes they are sold out. This first collection will include the self-care stickers. So there is a variety. I'll show you one that's nice and filled out. And then the other ones come, well, these are the financial ones. I use the ones that said payday on here. I believe I bought this one a while back ago. But then these are the ones that are currently on the website. So the work stickers, and this one said meeting, which I used up all of the ones that said meeting on here. And then these, now you can get these with just one word instead of the variety ones that I showed you. These were all the payday ones. Then there's an appointment one as well that I have selected. And then finally the one that says meeting. And I would love to order more, but I'm waiting for a restock. Last time I checked, there weren't the ones that I needed available. Okay, so the reason I didn't have them on hand is because since I've been using them in the beginning of the year, but right now I took a small break from them, they were stored in a box. And so I figured, let me show you the box. And it may not be new, but I still wanted to show it to you because this is where I archive things that I'm currently using. So this I got for Cloth and Paper. And it's a silver box. It's really sturdy. And in here I have things that I'm currently using or kind of on a rotation for my A5 planner. Okay. And in fact, you can obviously store, and I do plan on doing that, store the inserts when the year ends. Before this, I had this box, and this one's a little heavier, also from Cloth and Paper. And in this box, I have my 2023 inserts and a variety of different dashboards in here that I just keep. These are where I store all those A5 items there. In addition to that, I store, while I'm showing that, I store all my planner cards in here. This is also from Cloth and Paper, so I have them all here. And even if they're small, I still put them in here, or smaller than the one that fills it up, the ones that they're meant for. I still put them in here. In fact, sometimes when there's so many of them, I'll just bundle a bunch of them in here and just stick them all in here. And yeah, this has been working out for me very well. And pretty much when I want to switch things out, I come in here and I select whatever planner card I want to use to switch my deco around. Okay, so those are just some preliminary things I wanted to start with. But ideally, I want to talk about how things went for the month of July. As I mentioned before, I did bring back my personal rings. So this is the Louis Vuitton in the monogram. And I just want to talk about some of the little tweaks that I did since I was in the Mia Cara. For this, I feel like in every planner, I have to change the deco a little bit at least. Not the inserts per se, but for sure the deco. So I decided to go with these here that I purchased as an entire bundle. These are some planner cards from Noted Co. And I just checked and I didn't see them available. I purchased them all and there were different colors to pick from, and I went with this color. And then this little pin down here is from, it's actually a gift from a friend, from Faded Chronicle. So this like this beautiful golden swan, and that's what I mean, because this has gold, I felt this went really well with the gold rings. Then on the back, I have a May paper monthly card. I just really liked how minimal it was. I put all my stickers in here, and then this is a pen I've been using, and I've always shared that I love a .03, so like as thin as, like I like the needle point, something really fine. Okay, so I'm just going to talk about how things went now in this planner. As I said, I love this because it's portable. I did switch out the front of the deco from when I was in the Mia Cara to this one. I'm kind of gravitating towards pinks. Not to say that I'm going to purchase a pink cover, but I want to include it in one way or another. So this is from Cat's Press Co. This is it's been around for a while. And I checked and I didn't see it available on the website, but I love it. And it's one of those things like you had to snag it when it was available, or else you kind of miss out. I hate to say it, but I think it's just creates just a really pretty front dashboard to protect my inserts while providing just a little bit of deco. All right, so I did show this dashboard from Noted Co as well, and I really enjoyed, like I said before, when I'm just using the bubbly hearts from Sweet Caress, and every time a month goes by, I just put that over there just to mark that the month has been completed. The remaining inserts are from Peanuts Planner Co., which I shared in a previous video, but I just want to talk about how things have been going since I included all these inserts in July, and now here we are like a month later pretty much in August. So I've been using this just to mark my period, and it's been very simple, very straightforward. I did cut out the rest. This came in, it was a fold out originally, and I cut out the fold out because there were so many things going on there, and I was just feeling a little bit overwhelmed, and I couldn't quite decide what to include in the additional pieces that were part of this fold out. So I decided to cut it all out and just use this for kind of my front dashboards like that. Okay, I did share my sticky notes here, which I need to go back to them and check off the days. I've missed like 2 or 3 here. And I've enjoyed this. I think this has been a very busy week, and I think that's why I just kind of didn't continue crossing things off, but I need to go back and do that now that I see that. However, I have really, really enjoyed this fold out, and you can use this for whatever you want. In fact, I saw Sweet Caress, the way she has used hers, and I love it. Absolutely love how she's been using it. I've been using it to track my steps. This is dated, so that's great. And I'm up to here, and I will comment in general that my steps have been going very, very well since I started this challenge for myself in the beginning, or I'm sorry, the end of January. So I have all of this completed, and I was really proud of myself because I finally hit 20,000 steps on the 6th, and I have some good days, and whatever I do, I've always noticed that I've been able to get over 10,000 steps. So I just wanted to just kind of comment of how, I guess I'm proud of myself because I didn't know before this. I mean, I didn't know I could do it. And before this, I wasn't the type to track steps or anything like that. But now that I've been doing it, I'm absolutely obsessed. Okay, so this, I decided to include 2 trackers, which have been going very, very well because I kind of sat down and decided, what do I really want to track the most, or what correlations do I want to find? So I wanted to find a correlation between mood and sleep. And that's what I've been doing here. I haven't finished the graph. Let me take this little paper clip off so I can show you the month of July though. And here it is. There is the graph completed for both of them. You know, I'm not really finding a correlation, but either way, I do enjoy tracking those 2, and I plan to continue doing so. Here I just have some sticky notes that I showed when I did my Mia Cara flip. You know, I haven't really been using this. I was using it in July, but now since August, since I'm in 2 weekly spreads in here, I think I kind of have enough space to write tasks that I just haven't found myself using this, and I may just stop using this. However, for appointments, this has been going really well. Pretty much I call, make the appointment, and then I write it here, and then later on include it in the monthly view. So let me just go over here and just talk about these monthly inserts. I talked about how every month I use a different dot to mark just appointments. And for July, it's been going really well. I think my only issue with it is sometimes, and I mentioned this before, I don't write straight. So I have to be very careful when I'm writing here. The space in personal rings in general can be very narrow, as you can see. So picking a monthly that will allow you to fit everything is very important. And I kind of go back and forth. And now I did go with this one because it does have a little bit of a grid, and it is dated. This is the only dated monthly that planner of the Peanuts Planner Co. has. However, I have them. I wish I would have maybe in January purchased the ones that are all grid, okay? Because I'm really gravitating towards a grid for this since like July. I've been gravitating towards a grid. So, but the problem is those are undated. So right now it's so late in the game. I mean, we're looking at July already that I really don't feel like back planning all that. So I'm just going to stick with these. And perhaps if I continue with these inserts from Peanuts Planner Code, then I can start in January, date them, and not worry about back planning or anything like that. So I have those there. So that would be something I would love to try, even if those are undated. Monday start has worked for me very well, and I think it will continue to work for me. I don't see myself going into a Sunday start. And again, I was using this before, and I'm going to continue to use this for the important dates that are coming up. Some of these dates are getting solidified for like picture day, for example. Some, I had a choice between 2 days, and I went with this date, and that's already been scheduled now. Okay, so those are the monthlies overall. The space is great. I find myself not using this as much as I probably could. Mostly because I use a sticky note, but either way, it's good to know that that's there for like either goals or anything else. This obviously could be used for like a tracker. I don't plan on doing that, and that's okay with me kind of having that empty space there. Of course, there's deco, but I'm so minimal that sometimes I just want to write my plans down and get the things done. Okay, and now for the weeklies. So I have 2 weeklies that I've been using. And this weekly, I love these because you can track so many things. And here's just a weekly running to-do list without anything that's day specific. These are more day specific with appointments, but they're more at a glance. These are very easy to, at least for me, to use. And these are undated. And what I did, of course, was use my papery planning sticker right there to date that. So for this week, these were the things that I was tracking: iron, a multivitamin, vitamin D, collagen, magnesium, skincare, retainers, flossing, my ab work, gym, and a tidy home. And then I was still writing my sleep here just because it's easier for me to kind of look at this and then go to the tracker that I showed you in the front and fill it in for the graph. However, this week, I decided, there's certain things that I don't really need to know or do or write them down here for the tracker. So this time I decided to kind of create categories. And I think that's the evolution of any inserts. As time goes by, you start to look at what works, right? And for me at this moment, I decided to just include these 3 categories. So this is more like what I'm going to take. The same ones: iron, the multivitamin, vitamin D, etc. And these here are more for like personal care, such as my skincare, making sure that I put my retainers in, and floss. And then this is more for a different type, more of like a physical care, my abs, going to the gym, and sleep. And of course, I still will continue to do the running to-do list, and I'm still using this the same way. I kind of go back and forth. One week I do just checks with my pen, and other weeks I'm using an actual sticker there, like this week. And then, believe it or not, finally I went, because, okay, when I was in the Cara, even though it was 25 millimeter rings, and this Louis Vuitton MM is also 25 millimeter rings, for me personally, I have to be very careful every time I go into my LV, because if there's any gapping of the rings, I won't be able to tolerate that. Like, that's just like a no, okay? The Cara is a little different. You have a cross rings. You can kind of play with it. I've been able to actually change rings in the past, so I kind of am familiar with the cross rings. These rings, this mechanism, I'm not sure about it, and I don't want to risk anything. And so with that said, I try to keep my planner as slim as possible so that I don't encounter problems with gapping or anything along those lines. So I just want to tell you that before I talk about this weekly hourly spread, also from Peanuts, I took everything else out, meaning I was journaling, I was possibly going to do daily planning and all that stuff. I just said, no, I want the setup to be super simple. And that's also partly why I moved into the LV, because I know when I'm in this LV, it's straight down to business. So I'm just going to talk about this and how it's been working for me. I do a lot of time blocking here. And I don't feel like there's some overlap from the other one to this one, because here I note like my dinners, for example, exercises that I'm doing a little bit more in detail, and I kind of know what I'm doing by the hour, and I have an opportunity to use some deco, some stickers here as well. So I've enjoyed this very much. I'm still kind of going back and forth. I think at this point, if I were to cut an insert from these two, like meaning take something else out, it would have to be the weekly hourlies, and then stick with these when I go back to work. And I won't be able to really test this out until I start my fall semester, which is actually right around the corner. So overall, these have been working really well. I use a little transparent dot here to just, mark any appointments and things so that it stands out. And of course, I use my florals for deco and whatnot. And that is pretty much it. Like I said, I want to keep this very simple. I'm still very much experimenting in these inserts. And in the back, which I have shared this pocket from May Paper Co. is where I keep my most used stickers. I'll just kind of link the Gillio, the Cara flip, just in case you want to see that, because I believe that's where I talk about this more. And finally, like I said, I have these things here in the back. Again, just very, very simple. I have my page lifter from May Paper Co. with some sticky notes, and these are the ones I've been really gravitating to, and a couple of these other flag sticky notes, because I want to make sure that I have, whatever, some flexibility if I want to write something tentative and move it around and whatnot. Okay, so this is it for today. However, I do want to note that I plan on also talking about my A5 in another video, and just kind of a little bit more in depth of how things have been going in this planner. Again, thank you so much for watching, and please let me know if you have any questions or anything down in the comments, and I look forward to sharing more in the next video. Have a good one.